Hi, today we are going to make jalapeno popper ham and chicken rolls. I got the idea, my girlfriend pinned a recipe on Pinterest for jalapeno popper chicken, and I don't like touching raw chicken, and sometimes I don't feel like it. No, put those in the sink and wash them and then dry them. So what I'm going to do is, instead of using ham, I'm just going to use, instead of using chicken, I'm just going to use cold cuts, you know. I got smoked chicken, and we got some ham left over because we had Italian Sammy's, sort of like Quiznos over the weekend. So basically here, what I have is 1 ounce of room temperature, I have 16 ounces of room temperature cream cheese that I've just kind of squished around in the bowl. And then I just added 2 enormous fists full of cheese to the cream cheese, and I swished it around. And then I am going to use this entire jalapeno, and hold on just a second, let me sniff it. It doesn't smell too fatal to me, but what I'm going to do is, for the sake of my 10-year-old who just went, oh, I am going to cut out these ribs.
I said hello.
Oh, and then what I'm going to do is, like a jalapeno popper, you have cheese or cream cheese in the middle, and also, one step at a time, I guess, huh? Sorry, you will not believe the day that I had. From the get-go, at like 8 in the morning, I don't want them. From the get-go, at 8 o'clock in the morning, I had a dentist appointment for one of my sons, and then at the dentist appointment, the school nurse called, and they were like, you have to come pick up your high schooler. He fell on the stairs, so now he's all chest bruised. And then I took my kid to the eye doctor, and there was an insurance snag, so we ended up staying at the specialist because my 10-year-old needs an eye operation. We ended up staying at the specialist against our will, trying to hammer out the insurance problem for 4 hours. So I just got, and then my husband and I like to commute on the bus because gas is really high. We do have 2 cars, but my husband would rather spend $1 getting to work and $1 getting back than spending, $10 to drive, 10 miles, and use that gas. So I just went to go get him today because I just needed a soft place to fall, and I went to go get him. But I've just minced up this jalapeno, and I don't feel like cooking, so this to me was the simplest thing to do. And then, Elijah, can you please get me some of the soft bacon bits? They're in a little bag. I'm going to cheat. I'm going to cheat today, and I'm going to use bacon bits instead of making a full pound of bacon. And I honestly don't think that's enough. I honestly don't think that is enough jalapeno. So I am going to break away, and I'm going to mince this up, and we'll be back to add the bacon. Okay, I have added that second jalapeno. It is very, very fragrant. And I am just going to make sure that it's thoroughly mixed. Oh, and I just wanting to use what I had because I don't feel, I've had a very trying day and I don't feel like going to the grocery store. I am using, like I said, 16 ounces of cream cheese. Wow, I just got some of that in my mouth. That is going to be so good. I'm using 8 ounces of plain cream cheese and 8 ounces of sour cream and chive cream cheese. And now I'm just going to cheat and use one of these little things of bacon bits. I normally try to keep 10 or 12 of the crispy bacon bits on hand, but I also like to keep 4 or 5 of these on hand. These are way more expensive than the bacon bits, but the crispy ones. The crispy ones were $1. These were $2.69, but in a case like tonight, well worth it. I am, for the sake of mixing, I am going to switch to a bigger bowl. I'll be right back. Alrighty, and I've switched to a bigger bowl, and now we've got the 16 ounces of room temperature softened cream cheese, some chives that happen to be in one of the tubs of cream cheese, and then a cup of cheese, some bacon bits, and 2 large, super large jalapenos that have been seeded. Just mix it all up, and actually what it tastes like, it tastes more like baked potato to me. You know, the filling does, than it does jalapeno bomber, but let's see here. So, alrighty, here's what we're gonna do. I made some biscuits this morning, homemade biscuits, and I'm just reusing some parchment and in my 2,000-year-old roasting pan, and I am just gonna take some ham. I don't know if you guys can see that. And I am just gonna make rolls. And I sprayed the parchment with butter Pam. So, and then I guess you just, I feel very disorganized, so if I'm coming across as disorganized and overly chatty, please forgive me. I've had a typical mom day. There we go. And then you're just going to roll it up. Okay. And put it to the side, and then I am going to do it to the entire pan, and then I'll be back to show you the next step. Oh, before I go though, before I do this, from the start, I want you to preheat your oven to 375. Okay, and we are not ready for the next step yet, but we've got quite a few. There you go, we got quite a few rolled, but we ended up running out of the cream cheese mixture, so I am going to take some of the crunchy bacon bites. I don't know, that's what, it's about 2 ounces of bacon bits, and then, hold on just a second. And then this is jalapeno cheddar cream cheese. So I'm not going to put any jalapenos in it. Tom, take your... I've also got slave labor here today. I got my husband helping me out. So, and then we're just going to do it all again. And we're going to finish up with our cold cuts. And we'll be back for the next step. Okay. Midway through the game, I am going to add a step. Here we have, well, he's rolling one and I've got 2 here. So here we have 22 of the sour cream rolls. What I have decided to do, because I just woke up and I guess I got my second wind, I am going to wrap each roll in a flour tortilla to kind of give them an enchilada type feel. And that will also be complementary with the avocado ranch sauce that I am going to be making. So I don't know if you guys can see that. See, we're basically just putting the cream cheese into the cold cuts, rolling the cold cuts into the tortilla, and essentially we are making enchiladas, kind of. Alrighty, and I will be back when I have them all done. Okay, and we have, actually, because we added tortillas to give them more heft, we ended up with 2 pans of our enchiladas. They're coming out more like enchiladas than anything else, but that's okay. That's the one thing about me though. Unless I'm making an actual defined dish, I can never seem to stay on track and copy something off of Pinterest properly. I've yet to do it. I always change everything up, so. But this is what you get. I never know, like when I'm tired and I'm impromptu cooking, I never know what I'm gonna make until I actually make it. And I forgot one component. One thing I'm going to do is, hold on just a second, I am going to add some green enchilada sauce to this. Now this is what happens when I'm tired. I'm just gonna make it up as I go along. You know, and this is just something that I keep on hand. I don't know if you guys can see that. Green enchilada sauce. It's just generic, nothing fancy. I would use some of my salsa verde, but it's frozen. So basically I think to cover all of these wrapped enchilada thingamajiggies that are turning out to be nothing like jalapeno popper chicken, I'm going to need about 3 cans. Let's get everything completely covered. And let's see, then we are going to give it a layer of shredded cheese. I know it's got all that cream cheese in it, but I'm always one to gild the lily. And I am going to have to grate some cheese. I'll be right back. Okay, and I have grated my cheese, and I am just going to cover it. And then, of course, never wanting to be outdone, I am going to add a Japanese element to this, and I am going to toss on top for some crunch some panko breadcrumbs. Now, everybody says that you should heat up some butter and toast these in a pan to get them golden brown, but I'm tired. They'll get golden in the oven. I've seen it happen. So just cover liberally with panko breadcrumbs. I think that considering I am making this up as I go along, I don't think it's going to come out too badly. But my life got a lot easier when I learned to keep several things on hand all the time. Enchilada sauce and different kinds of breadcrumbs. So we've got panko and Italian, and oh, I've still got some cheese here on my workstation. So we are just going to on there. Okay, and I am going to throw this into a 375-degree oven for about 10 to 15 minutes, actually until it's just heated through. And that is that's subjective. You might want it screaming hot, you might want it just medium kind of hot, but we want it boiling hot here. So 15 to 20 minutes, and we'll bring you back when they are coming out of the oven. Okay, and the timer's going off. So let's just see where these are. And these are not where I want them. And I think that was 15 minutes. So we're gonna leave them in for about another 10 and see what and we're back. And oh my God, that smells amazing. But the panko did not brown, but that's okay. I can look at it and tell that everything is where it needs to be. Or if you want, you can just leave it in there, but my kids are hungry and I think it's gonna be fun. So it doesn't necessarily have to be golden, but there we go. Dinner has evolved from something that was supposed to be super crazy easy to something that was still super crazy easy, but just still different. Story of my life. Here you go, guys. Jalapeno kind of enchilada thingies.